Good morning, everyone. Welcome to September, welcome to spring, and welcome to yet another DEFY broadcast. I've come with the color, I've come with something very exciting. Today we're in the kitchen and we're going to be with one of our chefs from Durban. His name is Sherwyn Weaich and he's also known as the Gourmet Bushie. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are aware that a lot of our DEFY ovens have Thermofan technology, and we're here to shed some light on what it actually is and why you would use it. So that's why we've brought in Sherwyn, who's going to let us know about what dishes to cook in each of these ovens. Welcome, Sherwyn.
Hi, Genevieve. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Ready to eat.
Lovely to have you here. We're very excited to know what he's going to be cooking. So enlighten us. What are we going to have?
I was going to say it's a secret, but we've got 3 things on the menu. We're doing a good old frittata, followed by chicken pot pie, and we're going to finish it off with a Mississippi mud pie.
So we have a starter, a main, and a dessert. I think we're in luck, but you guys are just going to have to watch and see what we can tell you about it. So in order to create these very incredible dishes, Sherwyn's going to have some preparation that he needs to do. So while he does that, let me tell you about our world record breaker, and that is Wade Van Niekerk.
For professional athletes, finding the financial support to pursue their dreams is often the biggest obstacle. In June this year, South African appliance giant DEFY promised their ambassador Wade Van Niekerk a R1 million payout should he beat Michael Johnson's long-standing 400-meter world record. Since his blistering win at the Rio Games, Van Niekerk has been inundated with sponsor support and believes it is a relationship which works both ways.
The athletes actually need to go out there and put out the good performances at the major competitions. That's what it's all about. That's what corporate needs to feed off of. They need to associate themselves with athletes and with performances that's international, that is international and gets that international recognition.
It is no secret that Van Niekerk fancies himself over 100 and 200 meters. He trained with triple Olympic champion Usain Bolt in Jamaica before the Rio Olympics. Now he is ready to take on the sprint king over the distances he has dominated for the past 12 years.
That's my first love. It was the 100 and 200 meters. I see the 400 meter as a real God-given blessing. So now I have the opportunity to go out there and try and put in that hard work for the 100 and 200, and I'm very excited for that.
Van Niekerk is the only athlete in history to go under 10 seconds in the 100 meters, under 20 seconds in the 200 meters, and under 44 seconds in the 400 meters. He sent out a clear message to the athletics world in Rio, but can he go one better and beat Usain Bolt in London next year? Myron Naiker, Durban.
So we recently threw Wade a media event which was an absolute success. So many of the DEFY employees came in their hundreds to see him. They took photos with him, got interviews with him, and just had a really great time. The day was such an inspirational day for everybody who was there. We got to hear his success story, how that unforgettable moment felt for him, and he just told us how much he's happy to be a DEFY brand ambassador. I think overall it was an incredible day, and we look forward to seeing where we go with him in the future. Later on, I will be letting you know a bit more about what DEFY's been up to in the trade updates. But for now, let's check what Sherwyn has been up to. What are you doing?
Adrian, well, we finished our Mississippi mud pie, pastry base, and we're also doing our puff pastry. And I've thrown them both into the thermofan cavity of the oven.
So thermofan cooking is basically an oven with the heating element around the fan. This allows for even heat distribution and gives you incredible dishes. With a static oven, you would have a top and bottom element with no fan. They both cook and bake very well, but it's 2 different technologies that offer different dishes. So Sherwyn, let us know, why have you decided on these dishes for the static and thermofan oven?
Well, like I said, we're getting 3 dishes today. We're getting a starter, we're getting a main, and we're getting a dessert. More specifically, I've made my puff pastry for my chicken pot pie in the thermofan cavity, along with my Mississippi mud pie short crust pastry. Big words, I know.
So you're basically putting 2 different types of dishes in the same cavity because there's no transfer of aromas.
No transference of flavor. Like you mentioned earlier on, we've got the heated elements around the fan. So what's nice about it is it's got circulatory heat distribution. So with that circulatory heat distribution, we're literally not going to have any transference of flavor. So whether it's sweet, savory, salty, spicy, put them both in the oven. Levels 1 and 4.
And that's incredible, especially for the kind of people who don't have time to wait for one to come out and put in another one. You can put it in all at once. So I'm definitely not someone to be idle in the kitchen. What can I help you with?
In the words of my grandmother, many hands make light work.
Yeah.
Grab that bowl with some eggs with a bit of sugar for me while I seal off this chicken.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so something to really remember in Thermofan is that we have to use the first and fourth shelf. The reason we do this is because we need the even heat distribution, and the way they've set it up is so that the even heat distribution can happen with 2 trays in, even if you're not using the other tray. What do you like about Thermofan?
Firstly, the big one for me is I bake lots of cakes at home. So ideally, when you're opening up your oven door, your cakes don't flop because of the circulatory heat distribution. Right?
Okay.
So you're getting an even bake. There's no business of turning your cake around or your biscuits around anymore. It's all done for you in the oven. So it's literally pop in and pop out, especially for the home bakers.
Okay, that's really good. These eggs are proving to be a bit harder to
Use
crack.
a knife.
There we go.
Let's use the back side of the knife. We're not losing any fingers today.
Okay, we got it. Okay, while we're on the whole kitchen theme here, don't forget that we also have Kitchenality. So that's our digital campaign, and basically you have to find your kitchen personality. This guy I think is one of many. We've got Creative Customer, Fast Fellow, Simple Simon, but you can find out online on Facebook what kitchen personality you are, and then you can enter and win one of our ranges of new SDAs. Sherwyn, that smells absolutely incredible. I can't wait to taste this.
Like my grandmother said, the proof is in the pudding.
Definitely is. But while we wait for him to finish up his cooking, let's go have a look at our product knowledge and find out a bit more about Thermofan.
Thermofan cooking was introduced and registered by DEFY in 1978. The Thermofan trademark is a household name throughout Africa. This hero feature ensures that our ovens and stoves outperform our competitors on any given day. The type of oven you use plays a key role in how your food will turn out. Thermofan technology is a key ingredient in any successful recipe. What is Thermofan cooking? Thermofan cooking is an oven with a heating element around the fan. The fan creates moving heat inside the oven, which gives consistent heat throughout the cavity. This allows for even heat distribution, while static ovens only heat from the top and the bottom. Why Thermofan cooking? Thermofan cooking offers a variety of benefits. Multi-dish cooking. Even heat distribution in the oven allows you to cook more than one dish at a time. This is due to 2 racks in the oven that can be used simultaneously, while still achieving even cooking or baking on both racks. Different dishes can be prepared at the same time without any flavor or aroma transfer. Oven temperatures. The airflow in a Thermofan oven allows for lower temperatures to be used. This results in roasts and meats being more succulent and at the same time saves on electricity consumption. The Thermofan oven also has a quicker preheat function. Safety and convenience. Your oven door can be opened at any time for inspection without affecting cooking performance. Thermofan tips and tricks. The positioning of the shelves will be determined by the size of the items to be cooked. Thermofan ovens are supplied with 2 trays. Both trays need to be present in the oven when cooking or baking dishes, even if only one tray is being used. This ensures optimal airflow around the dishes. Biscuits, sausage rolls, and scones can be placed directly onto the trays and do not require baking tins. For excellent baking results, you can reduce recipe temperatures with Thermofan technology. When baking larger cakes, bread, fruit cakes, and date loaves, it's recommended that items be placed on 2 trays, closest to the oven door. For mouth-watering rotisserie chicken, depending on size, 2 or more can be cooked simultaneously. The Thermofan will circulate hot air around each chicken, browning them to perfection. Let's do a quick recap and comparison between static and Thermofan ovens. Static ovens do not have heating elements around the fan, whereas Thermofan technology has a heating element around the fan. allowing for even heat distribution when cooking and baking. Static ovens only allow for one-level cooking and baking, whereas thermofan ovens offer you multi-level cooking and baking. A thermofan oven has a quicker preheat function, and the airflow in a thermofan oven allows lowered temperatures to be used, allowing for succulent roasts and meat. For safety and convenience, you can open your oven door at any time for inspection. With a little practice, excellent cooking and baking results can be obtained. Thermofan cooking since 1978. DEFY. Believe in better.
DEFY quality inspectors spend their time making sure DEFY stoves are as reliable and efficient as they can be. But the toughest test is Mrs. Herbst. On the Thermofan alone, she spent 4 years baking up to 1,000 fairy cakes a day before she was satisfied we'd perfected it. And when Mrs. Herbst is happy, we think you will be too. You've always relied on DEFY, and now you know why.
So hopefully after a very exciting show, something very different and a lot of talk about thermofan and static ovens, you guys know a lot more about the different technologies and why we actually use them. So going back to our trade update, there's a few things that are still left in trade. Guaranteed Getaway is still on till the end of December, and you guys can win a guaranteed getaway. There's a lot of people claiming their prizes. I mean, it's a guaranteed prize to get away in midweek. So make sure that everyone is aware that if you buy a top loader or front loader, you get a midweek getaway. So now for the absolute best part, we get to see what dishes we made in our thermofan and static ovens. So I'm gonna head over to Sherwyn so we can have a look and then also get to eat it. So I don't know about you guys, but I had so much fun on today's show. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it. And thank you to Sherwyn for coming in today.
Thanks, Jen, for having me. Thanks, DEFY.
It's been an absolute pleasure. And on that note, DEFY, believe in better.